is going to serve at 0-0-2, and it'll be Leah Tauber who is receiving. And Mercado just tapping the floor there, disappointed that her initial dink has just clipped the net. So we have an early side out. I'm particularly looking to see how Mercado plays in this one, to see which version turns up. And straight away into an aggressive forehand volley there, clipping the paddle of Tauber. And that will help settle any existing nerves for this bronze medal game. Oh, and great reactions there from Schull, indicating it might have even come off the handle as it flies down past Brooke Revuelta. Short return from Revuelta allowed Tauber and Schull to work through the transition zone, but that shot ended up in the net just a little bit early, a little bit aggressive. Left-handed Revuelta stepping in there, but driving her third into the net. And Schull hitting that smash long. Revuelta doing well to get out of the way. And Revuelta's attempt at a reset just going into the net there. Score is 1-1-1 here on Players Court. Good lead from Brooke Revuelta. Ball just sailing to the left of her paddle. Going to move on to the second serve. Leah Tauber serving into the middle of the court. And Revuelta not quite getting into position for that one. Few little errors just in these early stages of this bronze medal game. Mercado going centre there. Moment of hesitation between the two players, and that dink ends up in the net. Oh, and the attempt at the ATP from Tauber, just hitting the post. It needed a couple more centimetres worth of space to be able to slip that one down the side. And Revuelta looking to speed up to the backhand of Schull there, but that ball goes into the net as well. Mercado goes for the lob, it's in. Good reset from Schull. And Mercado with the speed up to the hip of Tauber. She responds, but the ball goes wide. Nice bit of aggression there from Lauren Mercado. Deep serve again from Mercado. Big drive. And Tauber does very well to get to that lob. Pins it down to the feet of Revuelta, who was unable to deal with that one. Speed up there. Not working out in favour of Mercado and Revuelta, so we have a side out. Revuelta going for the speed up at Schull. She just moves her shoulder out of the way and the ball goes wide. And Tauber and Schull lead 4-3 here on Players Court. Overhit return there from Revuelta. Schull's serve landing a bit short, which meant Revuelta was leaning into it a little bit too much there. And Alexa Schull coming over to the other side of the court, looking to drive straight. Just a little bit too low on that one. Ball goes into the net. Net cord comes into play. Revuelta steps in, but she is unable to get that one over. And the double-handed backhand of Tauber ends up in the net as well. Revuelta on serve. 1 point in it here in this bronze medal match. Mercado's drive, looking to go inside out, clips the tape and drops the wrong side in her opinion. Change of serve there from Schull. Revuelta just getting a bit from the net. That's a good bit of play from Alexa Schull. The ATP comes out. Revuelta unable to defend it. Mercado just a little bit too much width on that one, allowing Schull to be able to go round the post. There's the speed up from Schull onto the paddle of Mercado. Good disguise on that one from Alexa Schull. Mercado was unable to see it coming and therefore unable to deal with the ball. Good counter from Mercado, double-handed roll. Pushing that ball back with a little bit more than it came to her with. And Revuelta getting a little bit of help from the net. Once again, that ball just trickling through the non-volley zone. Schull momentarily thought she could ATP, but with all realism was unable to. Oh, and width from Schull. Mercado went wide, unable to whip it enough into court. Second serve on the paddle of Mercado. Lob goes up, and it's Tauber who powers the smash down the middle of the court. So we have a side out again on Players Court. Still in the first game here in this bronze medal match in the women's open doubles. Nice late disguise there from Tauber. Just held her position a fraction longer and was able to punch it down the line. And a timeout being taken here. Just a moment to reassess, take a moment to think about what needs to change. All the players have taken their own individual space. Not a lot of tactical talk happening just yet. Revuelta and Mercado just now starting to think about what they might need to change to get themselves closer to the score of Tauber and Schull. Tauber and Schull will be very pleased with their tactical approach so far. They've got themselves a lead. It feels like it is Mercado and Revuelta who need to come up with the answers. They've not had a great deal of success speeding up at this point. Schull feels like the dominant player on court. She is dictating the tempo of this one so far, and it is she who is on serve as the action gets back underway. Lob called long by Revuelta. Second serve. It is 8-4-2. Tauber went cross court, Revuelta sent it back, and then the attempt at a reset from Tauber ended up in the net. And Revuelta's third ends up in the net as well. She set that off with a nice serve. The return was a little bit short from Tauber, but Revuelta unable to keep that rally going. And Mercado on the attack there. Tauber was looking to pin her. Mercado dealt with the first one. The ball popped up and then she was able to be aggressive. And they've got another point on the board. Big drive from Revuelta ends up in the net once again. So we have a side out Tauber on serve. Bit short that one. Good deep return. And Mercado deals with that one again. Aggression, poise to the right hand side of Leah Tauber. Bit of width. Chance for the ATP. For Tauber, unable to take it. Not enough of whip on that one. The ball just went straight and straight out down the line. Revuelta stretching, does well. Good angles here, but that lob from Schull up, over and out. Mercado just composing herself. They are digging their way back into this opening game of this bronze medal match. Great reset from Revuelta. Pops from Mercado, it's in. Change of angle from Revuelta does the job. Tauber unable to repel that one, and they have closed the gap to a single point. Oh, that's a lob from Revuelta. What a lob it was. Schull retreating, unable to get anywhere near it. Element of surprise there from Brooke Revuelta. Absolutely paid dividends. And we are level at 8 each. Oh, and Alexa Schull there whipping the ball past Brooke Revuelta. Amazing reset from Revuelta initially in that exchange, but Schull was able to pinch the points. Help from the net, goes for the ATP, hits the post. Not enough width on that one for Alexa Schull. Unlikely to get it round there. And Mercado and Revuelta are now in the lead. This is a fine comeback. Big drive from Mercado, jams Schull The ball is in the net, and we have game points here in the first game of this bronze medal match. There's that lob again. Not as successful this time, as Schull was on it in a flash, drove it back, and forced the error from Revuelta. So side out, a 2-point deficit, 8-10. Are we going to see another change of momentum in this opening game? Good drive from Revuelta on the double backhand side. Hits the paddle of Schull. So that is one serve that has passed them by without a score. Oh, Mercado going for that change of angle that she's done so well so far. Gone for that slightly loopy serve approach again there, Schull. Cross court from Tauber. There's that angle. It's a replica of what we saw a few moments ago. That angle from Mercado, tempting Schull into believing the ATP was on. It wasn't. We've hit the post, and we have the side out and game point for Brooke Revuelta on serve. And the space open in the middle. Revuelta saw it, took it, and has closed out the first game in this bronze medal match. Lauren Mercado, Brooke Revuelta take that one 11-9 against Tauber Schull, who had a good lead at 1 point in that game. But Revuelta and Mercado kept grinding back, moved through the gears, and they lead this bronze medal match 1-0. Now, Tauber and Schull change ends. They will be quickly assessing what they did wrong there. They had a good lead at the turnaround, but of course, as we've seen many times here on Players Court over the last few days, a lead at the turnaround does not always mean victory. And Mercado and Revuelta were able to turn it around. Just felt like Lauren Mercado stepped up her game there. Lovely changes of angle. More than happy to keep the ball going to Alexa Schull, even though it was Schull who was the dominant player in the first phase of that game. They stuck to their plan, and eventually they were able to turn it around. So we are going to see Lea Tauber get this second game underway. And her third just comes up short there. So an immediate side out and a chance for Revuelta to get an early point on the board and continue the momentum that they gathered at the end of game one. But her third also clips the net. So Mercado with the opportunity. There's that angle from Schull. And Revuelta pops it up to Schull. He gets a bit jammed on the forehand, and that goes into the net. So it is Mercado and Revuelta who get the first point of this second game on the board. Good change of direction from Alexa Schull. Rolled the double backhand across court. And we have a side out. And the opportunity for Tauber and Schull to score their first point of this second game. But Schull just running through that third shot drop a little bit. Not as balanced as she would have liked. It's clipped the top of the tape. Good reset. Good work by Mercado. Schull looking to speed up unsuccessfully. Mercado taking that one from low. Not one to attack there. She regretted that choice instantly. And again, we've seen that combination a few times. Revuelta looking to speed up to Schull, but getting it really tight to the forehand side, into the hip. Very difficult to do much with from Alexa Schull's point of view. Revuelta follows that one up with a drop that goes into the net. Good play, Tauber got that ball down low to the shins of Mercado. Ball ends up in the net, so it's the first point on the board in this game for Tauber and Schull. They trail 1-2 on their serve. Tauber just gets us back in play. And it has worked again for Revuelta. She's happy to go straight to Schull there, and this time the ball goes long. It's a good routine that we are seeing from Revuelta. She's picked on something there, and it is working for her as we speak, and rolls that one across court. That ball just wide means that the scores are now level. Width, ATP defended, and Revuelta, having done so well to block the ATP, then follows up with a volley into the net. So Schull on her serve now has a point advantage. Speed up from Mercado, clips top of the net. Ball has just come across the back of the court, so a good rally is drawn to a premature close, and we will go again. Well left by Leah Tauber. Mercado just going long on that volley. Some good resets from Schull and Tauber in that exchange. And they have a 2-point advantage in this one. Revuelta again, sensing that Schull was going to take a half step to her right. She did, leaving space down the backhand side. Revuelta again whips it into that space. And it's Tauber then forcing the air off the paddle of Brooke Revuelta. Second serve. Ano speeding up off the tape once again. Great hands, resets, and Revuelta again going to the backhand side of Schull and getting the reward for doing so. So, there is another point on the board for Mercado and Revuelta. Mercado resetting middle, Schull looking to do to Revuelta what Revuelta's done to her, but this time her shot is pulled wide. And the scores are level. Off the tape, Mercado's done well, gets back into position, pushes Schull back. Bit of pop up. Tauber reacts. Schull puts it away. And that goes into the net from Leah Tauber. Schull just checking the score with the referee. Big shot from Alexa Schull down the middle. Mercado goes to the body of Tauber. Tauber unable to respond on that occasion. Side out. Drive from Revuelta. It's in the air. And Mercado's forced into the error. Scores are level now at 5 apiece. Apologies, that was an error off the paddle of Revuelta. Oh, and the net cord sends the ball wide. Player Tauber got into position, went on the attack, hit the net, ball went out. And Schull just running through that return a little bit. The ball goes into the net. And Tauber looking to create the angle, but has just rolled that volley into the net. And Tauber and Schull have just taken a timeout there with the score 7-5-2 in favour of Brooke Revuelta and Laura Mercado. So we've seen a similar pattern in this second game. Schull and Tauber got themselves ahead, but little by little Revuelta and Mercado have pulled it back point by point and now have a 2-point advantage in the second game of this bronze medal match. And it was only 2 points difference when they took the opening game. Now Revuelta seems to have got a number on Alexa Schull at this moment in time. Looking to go straight to her where possible, not necessarily going across court. And Mercado is looking to speed up at the right opportunity as well from the left-hand side of the court. It's working for them at the moment. The momentum has shifted and they have the opportunity to keep this one moving forward. Just making sure the players in the right positions. Referee just confirming the score is 7-5 in favour of Revuelta and Mercado. Second serve. Schull putting Revuelta under pressure. Revuelta's reset is into the net. So an opportunity for Schull now on serve. Schull's dropped this a little bit wide, allowing Mercado to go on the attack. And it forced the error. And Tauber puts her third into the net as well, so a non-scoring side out there. That was an opportunity for them to try and turn the heat up on their opponents. Not taken. Lob goes up. There's a bit of a scamper. She's retrieved it. Mercado's now able to reset. There's the Ernie. There's the defence. And well played, Tauber Schull. They moved their opponents around the court there. Revuelta thought she might have got the Ernie, which was defended, and then the error was forced. Well played, Mercado. Revuelta They sped up there. A gap opened up down the middle, and they took it. And they have a 3-point advantage in the second game. Make that a 9-point advantage. Schull looking ruefully down at her toes there. Disappointed she was unable to get that return over the net. Well played, Leah Tauber. Gave the ball back to Revuelta a couple of times there, eventually forcing the error. And Tauber driving her third into the net. They need to start making the most of these opportunities on serve. And Schull thought there was enough width for an ATP. Once again, there wasn't, and it clips the outside of the post. Big drive from Mercado, upish. Allow Tauber to hit down to the toes of Revuelta and force the mistake. So second serve. Great defensive work. And again. Mercado does well. Width, lob. Great reset. Oh, and Alexa Schull is so unlucky on that occasion. Great defensive work from the pair, but eventually the pressure wore them down. It is bronze medal points here on the players' court. And Revuelta has put that one into the net. So it is a side out. It is an opportunity for Schull and Tauber. They're going to do something. It has to be now because they are staring down the barrel of defeat here. It's a great serve to get it going. Good angle from Mercado. Schull able to get that one over into the non-volley zone. They've got themselves a point though. Ball low down to the toes of Mercado. She's unable to repel that one over. Speed up from Mercado. Comes off the top of the net. Pops up on Tauber, who absolutely no chance to deal with that one. Unfortunate for Leah Tauber, but it means that Brooke Revuelta has a chance now to close this bronze medal out. And there it is, a gap opened. Revuelta stayed calm. She rolled it down the middle, and they take bronze medal here at the English Open. 11-9, 11-6. Brooke Revuelta and Lauren Mercado win bronze in two. A very good performance from the APP pair.